reflecting on this game here, and we'll hear from Alex and Lee before we wrap up our conversation about City and Newcastle.
Hello, Alex here, joined by Ruby making her BT Sport debut.
Feeling pretty good? Feeling pretty good?
Yeah, we're feeling good. Manchester City winning 3-1. It was a bit touch and go to start with, a little bit sketchy, a little bit frustrating. But you know what? Sergio Aguero turning on. Man of the match performance from him. 3 goals, you can't argue in showing everyone why he's the man at this club. And Leroy Sané, oh, tell me about Leroy Sané.
In 3 years' time, Leroy Sané is going to be talked about as one of the best players in the league.
We'll move on. At least we don't play them again, you know what I mean? So, you know, Newcastle don't have a league game for quite a while now, and we're going to probably look at, hopefully get a body through the door. We know that Rafa Benitez has known for a while that the takeover is off, and hopefully we get 1 or 2 through the door and to improve this side.
Good afternoon, everybody. If I just look outside, it's absolutely snowing its head off. Right, we're going to be bringing you the analyst. We're going to look back at the goals as well, and that was just basically me just before they on BT Sport. And that got me thinking, you know, because obviously Aguero's keeps scoring against Newcastle all the time. Towards the back end of this video, got me thinking earlier on the week, you know, of BT, who other players will keep scoring against us as well. So keep an eye out for that. Right, let's crack on with it. So, you know, we conceded. Well, we'll battle hard, but we conceded through Sergio Aguero's flick. So as you can see now, this one Kevin De Bruyne has the ball on the left flank, and a lot of Manchester City's play was on that left flank, and De Bruyne puts it onto his right foot and then whips it in. Now for me, this is clever forward play. Kieran Clark should know a lot better with his experience. All it is, Aguero runs 2 yards, he jumps, he gets the flick on, and that allows him to then put it in the corner of the net. And again, Kieran Clark, you know, it's just clever movement from Aguero, or you could say Kieran Clark should know better from experience. I guess it depends on which side of the fence that you sit on. It goes into the corner, Darlow's got nothing you can do about that, and Manchester City go 1-0 up. So we went in 1-0 down at half-time. Spirit performance, we still thought, okay, we can still get back into this. Going into the second half, where the penalty occurred, now we thought this was curtains. You know, it's soft, but it is a penalty. Sterling, you know, is running towards goal. Manquillo can't keep up with him because of his pace, and Sterling's tiny, he's got a small frame. It's a small push, I'll give a benefit of the doubt for that, for Manchester City fans. He goes down, it's a penalty. Aguero then steps up, he does his slow run up, and then Darlow almost gets his hand, well, he does actually get his hand to it and almost keeps it out, but Newcastle go 2-0 down. You're thinking game over, didn't you? But we got a goal. It was about, under 5 minutes later. You know, that Hoslu is trying to hold the ball up, and Kieran Clark's bursting forward inside his own box. Just outside his own box, sorry. What a pass this is. What an incredible pass. Anybody in the club, including John Joe Shelby, will be out of the moon with this kind of pass. He plays it through. Zinchenko is sleeping a little bit. Jacob Murphy's bombing in on goal. Zinchenko can't keep up with him. And then Jacob Murphy's got a lot of time to think about this. What does he do here? Does he round the goalkeeper? Does he slot it? Does he dink it? He's got 3 options. He's got a lot of time running in on goal to think what he's going to do. What a finish it is. Absolutely brilliant. It's like a striker who's scoring 30 goals every season, full of confidence. Quite similar to Sergio Aguero. And he just dinks it over Edison into the back of the net. It's a great finish. I'm really happy for him because he's been on form. He's got his critics. Why have we spent 12 million? But since the Stoke game, he's been probably up there, probably our best player. I'm going to go out and say it. He probably has been our best player since the turn of the year. Newcastle 2-1 in. You're thinking, right, game on, we've got something to go for here, but we conceded the third one. And sometimes you just got to applaud the genius. I'm not going to really pick on people who are trying to stop Leroy Sané because it's just unbelievable wing play. He's just turning players, he's going past players, he megs Yedlin, and then once he's done that, you know, he crosses low. You probably say, yeah, you've got to get tight out of Sergio Aguero here inside the own box. He has a touch and fires low, but the wing play from Sané is absolutely brilliant, unreal. What a player he is. I've always liked him. Aguero fires home. Newcastle 3-1 down. We'll end the game 3-1 defeats. But you know, I've touched upon this on the videos last night that at least we don't play Manchester City again. Other teams are going to have to. And Sergio Aguero's just got that knack of keep scoring against us as well. But earlier on the week, I was asked other players who've got who keep scoring against us. I'll leave you with this video. See you later. Bye bye.
Ah yes, nemesis, and we've had a few down the years. Matt Letizia loved a few worldies past us.
Fernando Forestieri. Whether it be for Watford or Sheffield Wednesday, whenever that guy comes up against Huddersfield Town, he seems to turn into Diego Maradona and have the game of his life.
Paul Scholes, I remember him banging in a hat-trick against St James's Park.
Tony Pulis has to be right up there. Our former manager, we've failed to beat him since he left the club.
Steven Gerrard did.
Someone who always scored against us was Steven Gerrard. Nearly every single derby, whether we were playing well or not, he would always score against us.
Chris Martin has always liked to score against Brighton, whether it be at Derby, Norwich or Crystal Palace or any other teams he's been at.
Michael Owen, I've got a trend here. It all seems to be English players.
Slaven Bilic at West Ham always seemed to get a good performance out of his team against us, especially last season when we were absolutely flying and we were still going for the title. And then again this year, 2-0 up in the Cup, and they come out in the second half and stick 3 goals against us.
Robbie Keane. Now, whether that was as a young pup playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the 90s or for Leeds or for Tottenham, this is a player that scored against us over 3 different decades. Don't even get me started on that celebration.
We have one ourselves. Jose Mourinho, the great Jose, has never won at St James's Park, ever. And that's a fact for you.
It's not particularly hard trying to remember West Ham's nemesis, given that you employ most of them. I mean, Steven Gerrard always played well against us. We didn't even win at Anfield for like 50 years or something. Michael Owen scored 15 hat-tricks against us. But no one is worse than a certain somebody sitting in that studio tonight. Frank Lampard Jr. Not as good as his dad. That's why we booed him. And he always scored against us.